4 children over the weekend. 2 of them sadly died. The shooting happened Saturday in Angleton, that's just south of Houston. The Brazoria County Sheriff's Office says 31-year-old Oninda Ramillas is charged with killing 2 of her 4 children in that shooting. Deputies say she called 911, leading them to a gas station near Angleton, where they found the children inside the car. A 13-year-old boy and a 3-year-old girl died from their injuries. An 8-year-old boy and 9-year-old girl survived, though they remain in the hospital this morning.
It's unbelievable because, like I said, I've got 5-year-old grandkids, so I know where they at this time of morning that this was going on. So it just brings a question mark in your mind: what was going on for kids that young to be out?
That mom is facing 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault, with a bond set at $14 million. Closer to home now, we're still waiting to learn more about a water outage in parts of South Tyler.
Yeah, people in that area who are Southern Utilities customers are frustrated and say they still haven't gotten clear answers from their provider. Multiple customers tell us the outage began Friday, and to make matters worse, they haven't been able to get through to Southern Utilities' business office to find out what's going on or when water services might be restored. The issue is impacting people in parts of South Tyler, including Diana Blazer, who says brown water started coming out of her pipes on Saturday. Diana and her neighbors say they just want information and some clarity on when services will return to normal. Blazer has been a Southern Utilities customer for more than a decade.
So I was very upset, and I said, this is just really poor customer service. I mean, I'm not the queen of Bedingfield Avenue, you know, like I know things happen, water mains break, pipes break, but just let us know and let us know when we can expect it back, because it's just...
We reached out to Southern Utilities and received an automated message directing us to call back during normal business hours today. At this time, it is still unclear when water services will be fully restored to those affected areas. We'll keep following this story and bring you updates as soon as we learn more.
Well, a heartbreaking update. Daniel Rivera, a Corrigan Camden ISD student who suffered a medical emergency during a football game just over a week ago, has died. Superintendent Brian Aiken says Daniel was playing that game and he experienced that medical emergency, and he was taken to the hospital and underwent emergency surgery but did not survive. The district said in part, quote, Daniel was not only a dedicated student but also a passionate athlete, a loyal friend, and a cherished member of our Bulldog family. His energy, kindness, and determination left a lasting impact on all who knew him. Funeral arrangements are still pending. As soon as we learn more, we'll keep you posted.
2 people are now in custody after a cold case sat unsolved for 2 years. Investigators say new evidence led to those arrests. Officers Sakelin Banning and Jeremy Waltrap have been accused of trafficking members of their own family. According to investigators, multiple outcries from victims and witnesses pointed to the 2's involvement. The San Jacinto County Sheriff's Office says detectives reopened the case after receiving new information from the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. The complaints included allegations of sexual misconduct and possible prostitution taking place in San Jacinto County. Banning is also facing additional drug-related charges. He is currently being held in the Anderson County Jail with bonds totaling more than $1 million. This investigation is still ongoing. We'll update you once we learn any new information.
Over in Lufkin, police officers are on administrative leave after a chase involving a stolen truck that ended in a crash that killed a Lufkin ISD educator. Morgan Wright, a speech pathologist with the district, and the wife of Wills ISD Superintendent Friday Wright, was hit and killed when a 16-year-old driving a stolen truck slammed into her car during a chase. In a statement, the department said, quote, as with any incident involving serious bodily injury or death, the officer has been placed on leave per department policy. A full internal investigation is being conducted to ensure a thorough and impartial review, end quote.
Let's take a live look at our nation's capital this morning. The federal government shutdown is now on its 6th day with no end in sight. Today, U.S. Senate lawmakers are expected to vote again on a funding bill to reopen the government, though top GOP and Democratic leaders are still blaming each other over a stalemate. Now, over the weekend, the political blame game continued as Republicans pushed to fund the government as is. Meanwhile, Democrats are dug in on demanding that the bill add provisions to protect subsidies under the Affordable Care Act and Medicaid.
Meanwhile, President Trump is doubling down on his threat to fire those federal workers. This all comes as a new CBS News poll shows that Many Americans are concerned the shutdown could affect the economy, while most disapprove of how the president and congressional Republicans and Democrats are handling the shutdown. Here's CBS's Jared Hill.
Today, another effort to end the government shutdown. The U.S. Senate is set to return to D.C. for more votes on short-term spending bills.
The Democrats just need to open up the government. I'm hoping that some of them have a change of heart.
Over the weekend, the political blame game continued as Republicans push to fund the government as is. Meanwhile, Democrats are dug in on demanding that the bill add provisions to protect subsidies under the Affordable Care Act as well as Medicaid.
We will not support a partisan Republican spending bill that continues to gut the health care of the American people.
Meanwhile, President Trump is doubling down on his threat to fire federal workers.
Anybody laid off, that's because of the Democrats.
Though the layoffs are up to his discretion. This comes as a new CBS News poll shows that many Americans are concerned the shutdown could affect the economy, while most disapprove of how the president and congressional Republicans and Democrats are handling it. Jared Hill, CBS News.
And House lawmakers are not back in Washington this week after House Speaker Mike Johnson chose to extend the district work period. House Democrats plan to hold a virtual call later today. They're also calling on the Republican colleagues to get back to work.
Meanwhile, protests outside Portland's ICE facility turned tense over the weekend as federal agents used pepper bullets during an arrest. A federal judge, that is, blocked the Trump administration from sending National Guard troops. Dozens marched with signs calling for ICE to leave. The order keeps the Guard under Oregon's control, though the administration plans to appeal. Officials say the ruling is a needed check on presidential powers. 7:09 this morning now. Robert Robertson has spent more than 2 decades on death row, and he was convicted of killing his 2-year-old daughter Nikki back in 2003.
During his trial, prosecutors said Nikki died from shaken baby syndrome. But Robertson's supporters say the science behind his conviction has been discredited. His supporters gathered on the south steps of the Capitol in Austin over the weekend to stop the execution. Robertson's legal team says he did not have adequate legal representation in his initial trial. Days before her death, Robertson's attorney say that his daughter had severe pneumonia and doctors prescribed her medications that made her condition worse. But his supporters say investigators never considered that. They believe prosecutors framed his lack of emotion as a lack of care or empathy. But after he was convicted, he was diagnosed with autism. The lead detective in that case spoke at the rally. He says he believes they got it wrong.
There is no shame for any of us who've been involved in the system with Robert and other cases to admit our errors and to participate in the redress.
Robertson's supporters are calling on Governor Greg Abbott to use his power to grant a 30-day reprieve for Robertson. Robertson's lawyers have 2 cases pending before the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals after months of no action. This week, they asked a federal court to step in and block the execution so the new evidence can be heard. The clock is ticking. Robertson is set to be executed on October 16th.
7:11 now. Time now for your morning headlines. Tomorrow marks 2 years since the war in Gaza began, and negotiators are meeting in Egypt to discuss President Trump's 20-point peace plan, which calls for an immediate end to the fighting, the release of Israeli hostages within 72 hours, and Israel freeing hundreds of prisoners. Now, for the first time, Israeli leaders are publicly agreeing to eventual withdrawal from Gaza, pressuring the pressure is mounting, that is, after Israel targeted a Hamas ceasefire delegation in Qatar. And a UN inquiry says the country is committing genocide in the region. To Alabama now, where 2 people were killed and 14 others were hurt during a shooting in downtown Montgomery on Saturday night. Police say rival gunmen opened fire in a crowded nightlife area, leaving 3 people with life-threatening injuries. Authorities have recovered weapons at the scene and are interviewing potential suspects. Montgomery's police chief says the department will not rest until everyone involved is behind bars as the investigation continues into the deadly attack. And former NFL quarterback and analyst Mark Sanchez was hospitalized after a stabbing incident in Indianapolis early Saturday morning. Police say the altercation happened about a mile from Lucas Oil Stadium and involved 2 men. Though it was not a random attack, 1 man suffered cuts while Sanchez was stabbed and taken to the hospital where he was arrested. Now he faces charges including battery, unlawful entry, and public intoxication. Sanchez played 10 seasons in the NFL and retired in 2018. And check this out, nearly 4 million pounds of Foster Farms chicken corn dogs have been recalled because the batter may contain pieces of wood. The USDA says there have been multiple consumer complaints and at least 5 injuries reported. These corn dogs, by the way, were distributed at retail and government programs like the Defense Department and may have even been purchased by some school lunch programs. Of course, you should throw away the recalled product and return it if you bought it.
All right, let's get to our question of the day now. Here it is. It is National Noodle Day. And in honor of that, this one's pretty simple. What is your favorite noodle dish? We talked about this a little bit on Morning Y'all. What is your favorite noodle dish? You haven't gotten to discuss it, Damien.
Yeah, so for me, I'm a big fideo guy. You ever had fideo before?
I don't think so.
Yes.
Oh man, fideo is next level.
Do you do the guancho or the strip one?
The strip.
The strip?
Yeah, that's probably arguably my favorite. After that, I guess it's counts as noodles, but like lasagna. I'm like a big lasagna.
It's a big old noodle.
It's a big noodle.
I think lasagna is also a meal that once you perfect it, like homemade, you can never ever go back to going anywhere.
Right.
I can tell you one thing, Jesus is not going to make those noodles. He's going to buy them this time.
I'm going to buy them this time. It was a hassle. It was fun. It was a hassle making them.
It was a one and done
I think it was a whole hour with that roller just going back and forth. It was a good workout.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it was worth it though.
I definitely like penne alla vodka. That's my favorite. But I also like rigatoni, and I love linguine with clam sauce. It's so good to me.
Joel, what did you? I didn't hear you in the morning. What did you say? Oh, you
like
spaghetti?
I like spaghetti. I also like chicken Alfredo.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I think a lot of people also, when they speak on noodles, they think of like I see like Asian inspired.
Yes.
And for
like
me,
ramen.
Yeah, ramen.
Yeah.
And,
So good.
And for me, you know, I've never been like the type like to eat like a ramen and stuff like that. But the only ramen I know, you know, growing up was a cup of noodle. You know what I'm saying?
Ramen.
Yeah, instant ramen. You know? Hey, that instant ramen got me right. You know, I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Got me through college,
Yeah,
for sure.
right.
Yeah,
There you go.
I was gonna say my mom growing up, you know, we didn't have like a lot of money, and she would always say, you know, I would always want Subway, and she would be like, "Nah, we got Subway at home, and you can have a cup of noodles with it. That's your meal right there." So I grew
Did you
up on
put lime, limon on
No.
your...
I liked it straight, man.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I loved ramen as a kid. I liked the shrimp variety. I know most people like chicken, but I liked the shrimp one.
We like to call it meteorology. We like to call tornadoes danger noodles.
Danger noodles. Y'all got your spaghetti noodles too with the hurricanes.
Spaghetti plots.
Oh yeah, the spaghetti plots.
Yeah.
Oh, making me hungry. I look at that, I'm like, that looks good.
Right. The one thing I've been making really recently in the last couple of months is like this one pan dish type of pasta where you throw like the baby tomatoes, feta, cream cheese, or spinach, oil it up, season it with whatever you want, put it in the oven.
What kind of noodles?
Here, that's what I'm getting to it.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
and the bow, no, you're good. And the bow tie, and you put whatever kind of noodles you want, you know, on that stovetop, and then you mix it together because your sauce is already in the oven, and so you just like mix it together. So
sounds good.
it's pretty good. It's
You
easy to make.
didn't bring us any, but it does sound good.
Leftovers are all gone. So
Yeah.
I ate them.
I'm also a big fan. I can talk about this topic for days. I'm a big fan of shells and cheese too. You know what I'm saying? That's that's my favorite kind of mac and cheese. Actually, yeah, it's shells and cheese. I like it more than like the elbows and stuff like that.
No, I like just a good old Kraft mac and cheese.
Oh, I do too. That's a very, you know, you're a ball knower. That's what I would say. That's a ball knower kind of take right there. That's
She knows ball.
Yeah,
Mac and cheese.
Yeah. I actually had that Kraft mac and cheese this past weekend.
Was it good?
Oh, my mom made it, so you know it was good. I was making the steaks, and she was making the mac and cheese, man. It was a wrap. It was
Made
good.
the sides.
Yes.
Oh,
Nice.
Well,
Very
now
good.
we know what we need to have for dinner. We're going to make noodles.
Noodles
Yeah,
of some sort.
That sounds pretty good. Absolutely. I don't know where we were going with that.
I don't know.
It's your turn.
It's your turn, Joel.
It's my turn. Maybe you're going out to get some noodles for today. Let's take a look at our CBS19 on scene unit. We are on Highway 31 this morning in Smith County. The traffic's starting to pick up just a little bit, and the sun is officially up. So we got some beautiful skies for us this morning, and luckily some dry roadways. Shouldn't expect any rain for today. As we take a look at your I-20 report this morning, things are still in pretty good shape. We got a 2-hour commute over to Dallas and an hour and 30 minutes over to Shreveport, so pretty good. As for I-20, US 69 also in pretty good shape. We got 2.5 hours up to Denison this morning and an hour and 30 minutes down to Lufkin. As for some of the other routes out there across the area, Jacksonville to Nacogdoches is 50 minutes this morning. Tyler to Longview is 40 minutes. Tyler to Palestine is 50 minutes. And then Tyler to Athens also up to a 45-minute commute. Now, especially if you're heading in the Jacksonville area, we have some very low visibilities there. Down to 2.5 miles visibility is what we've been tracking over the past several hours here. all in all here, it's a pretty clear picture all across the area, but especially if you're within the Jacksonville area, definitely make sure to leave with a little bit of extra time and just use caution as you're heading in that area if you're driving through. Overall, I'm giving you green lights for this morning. Upper 60s to low 70s is where we start. We'll end off with upper 80s and partly cloudy skies. Should stay pretty nice and dry. Just definitely going to be on the humid side, that's for sure.
Thank you, Joel. Well, coming up in sports, it was a big weekend for the Cowboys and Texans. We'll talk about their big road wins when we come back.
It's time for CBS19 Sports.
Welcome back, East Texas. I'm Damian Bartonic, and you know what time it is. Time to talk all things sports. If you don't know, the NFL is my favorite league in the entire world. Football is my favorite sport, and after a great weekend of ball, it's only right we recap Sunday's best. And well, it was a relief for the Cowboys and their fans after coming off a tie to the Packers last week. Boy, did the boys in blue and white show out in the Big Apple. Picking up in the second quarter now, you're going to see here Dak Prescott's going to throw this one to Jake Ferguson on a little tight end screen. And Jake Fergie, baby, goes all the way into the end zone. 26-yard touchdown on the tight end screen. And right here, following up, Javonte Williams absolutely just cooking it on the halfback stretch. That's a touchdown right into the end zone, giving the Cowboys a 17-3 lead. And now look at this next play right here. Javonte Williams, inside handoff, and he's, oh my goodness, he is almost all the way gone. He is going. Malachi Moore actually chased him down there, but boy, what a run. And on the very next play, Dallas is going to score yet again. Dak Prescott finding, guess who else? Jake Ferguson on the score. They just absolutely ran through the Jets there. 37-22. Let's go ahead and talk about my boy Robert De La Garza's Texans now. It was a strong start here. C.J. Stroud passes to Xavier Hutchinson for the 5-yard tub. Beautiful on the out. Beautiful play. Texans go up on the board early. C.J. Stroud again here. Pass to Nico Collins. Nico for the 10-yard touchdown. Hey, it was the Texans' night, man. It was a Texas day, I should say. It was beautiful. Now, third quarter, we're going right here. Houston, big-time lead. And Cooper Rush, man, what is he going to do? He's going to throw it to Jalen Petrie, and Petrie, is he going to go? No, almost going to go. He just got tackled up right there. And on this next play, Houston in good field position. Nick Chubb rushes 27 yards to the crib. Houston up 31-3. And at the end of all of it, the Texans winning back-to-back games, 44-10. And to my dear Washington Commanders, oh how I love you. JD5 was back, and Bill Merritt on the sweep all the way to the crib. That cuts the lead, the Chargers lead, to 10-7. In the second quarter, Bill Merritt again, man, sneaks his way. Similar play, kind of like that halfback sweep again. 15-yard tutty, putting the Commanders right back into this game, giving them the lead. Third quarter here, you're going to see once again, or actually no, I'm getting too far ahead of myself. That's Jaden Daniels with the game on the line, 20-10, and he throws it to Debo Samuel. Y'all start tucking y'all's chains, man. Debo for the touchdown, 8-yard score. Commanders win this one 27-10. Look at Jaden Daniels doing his little thing. I wish I could dance chance like that. I'm not even going to try. But with that said, week 5 was awesome, y'all, and we still have a game tonight. The king of White House, Pat Mahomes, is back, and he's taking the Chiefs are taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's going to be a great game. And now that's all the time I have for you in sports this morning, but stick around. Morning, y'all.
I'm gonna have to stay up late to watch football.
I'm going to bed. It's been a week. All right, we're about to step away for a moment.
Monday.
It is. It's been a week already. All right, we're going to step away for a moment. You're over the air broadcast with a quick news update.
Yes, we'll be right back with more here on CBS 19 Plus.
Good morning, all. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks for being with us for this news update. Well, if you've got an old traffic ticket or a minor offense in Tyler, now's your chance to clear it without risking jail time or additional fees. Starting today through the 17th, the City of Tyler Municipal Court is offering a warrant solution program to help people resolve Class C misdemeanors and those traffic citations. Show up voluntarily and you could get $50 off per case, plus the chance to set up a payment plan or speak directly with a judge.
This is the opportunity for people to absolutely clean their slate, get their court business behind them, and move forward in their lives. By settling your cases with the court, you will avoid consequences, including additional charges, fines, court costs, fees, and complications with your driver's license.
Once the program ends, the court's marshal unit plans to step up warrant serving efforts.
Well, a heartbreaking update. Daniel Rivera, a Corrigan-Camden ISD student who suffered a medical emergency during a football game just over a week ago, has died. Superintendent Brian Aiken says Daniel experienced a medical emergency and he was taken to the hospital and underwent emergency surgery, but unfortunately did not survive. In a statement, the district said Daniel was not only a dedicated student, but also a passionate athlete, a loyal friend, and a cherished member of our Bulldog family. His energy, kindness, and determination left a lasting impact on all who knew him. Over in Lufkin, a police officer is on administrative leave after a chase involving a stolen truck ended in a crash that killed a Lufkin ISD educator. Morgan Wright, a speech pathologist with the district and the wife of Wells ISD Superintendent Friday Wright, was hit and killed when a 16-year-old driver with a stolen truck slammed into her vehicle during a police chase. In a statement, the department said that this is part of protocol and they're investigating this incident for now. Of course, we'll have more in our updates as we learn more later on. Right now, let's get a check on our forecast with Joel. Good morning, Joel.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, temperatures are going to be relatively the same as compared to what we've seen this past weekend, but there's one little added element. That's the humidity. Humidity is a little bit higher for today. We'll see temperatures in the middle to upper 80s. Partly cloudy skies. Couple of showers will be a possibility, but the better chance of rain will fall tomorrow. This is what it looks like on your future skycast. So starting you off at Tuesday, 1 o'clock on Tuesday, got a couple of showers coming in from the north. That's the moisture streaming in from that low pressure area that's currently off to the south and east, but by this time it'll be further to the north. We'll have some showers and thunderstorms. That's combined with a cold front that will also bring our temperatures and humidity down as we move into the rest of this week. We got comfortable conditions going into Thursday and Friday and borderline pleasant conditions going into Saturday. It's going to be a very, very nice weekend as we go forward. Here's what it all looks like on your 7-day forecast. So again, better chance of rain going to be on Tuesday here tomorrow. We got only about a 30% chance, but that really is the best chance of rain in our forecast. We got temperatures near 89. That cold front sweeps in. We got temperatures in the middle 80s for the next few days after that. And then we also have a ridge of high pressure that will rebound our temperatures back into the middle to upper 80s next weekend.
Welcome back to Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus. This is what's coming up in our second half hour. What started out as an ordinary 911 call turned into a powerful moment of faith and gratitude. We'll show you how one woman and the firefighters who helped her months ago shared an emotional reunion.
Also, families who spent weeks in the NICU are coming together with the nurses who help their babies fight for every breath that is. Later in the show, we'll show the touching reunion that brought joy to parents and caregivers alike.
And in your forecast, well, it's definitely going to be a humid one as we head into today and over the next couple of days. Then we're watching a cold front to move through. We'll have some showers and thunderstorms mainly possible on Tuesday. We'll also have some cooler temperatures and some lower humidity for the rest of the week. I'll show you how much longer that'll last in your full forecast coming up. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Good morning, y'all. Thanks for staying with us here on CBS 19 Plus. I'm Dana Dixon.
So glad you're staying with us. I'm Jesus Martinez. Well, make sure to mark your calendar. Tomorrow, neighbors across the state will celebrate National Night Out, and Bullard is one of those taking part in all the community fun. This annual event, by the way, is a nationwide campaign that encourages law enforcement organizations to grow relationships between police and the communities that they serve. It's also a chance to connect with those neighbors face to face and also get to know the officers behind the badge. And the night will be a full family-friendly events, that is, and some good old-fashioned fun.
That we can spend some time with the community and they get to know us and see that we're humans too. It just humanizes the badge. It gives us kind of a neutral ground to spend some time with the community and build those relationships.
The way we're going to understand how to better do our jobs is to speak with the community, the people that we serve. So that's something we work on day to day. It's a pillar in our department, and we do a fairly good job with it. National Night Out is just growing and growing every year.
Yeah, this event kicks off tomorrow, October 7th in downtown Bullard from 6 to 9. And last year, actually, the Bullard Police Department earned first place nationally in the category for cities with populations under 5,000 people. And they're hoping to bring home that trophy once again.
We'll be rooting for them to do so. Well, when a Smith County woman called for help, it turned into something far more meaningful. It was an emotional reunion and a shared moment with firefighters who came to her aid.
That's right. This was more than just a call, but a powerful reminder of God's presence, compassion, and the hope that can appear when it's needed the most. What started as an ordinary call turned into something extraordinary Saturday morning.
And I was like, oh my God.
Sparks are coming off Felicia Polk's receptacle, so she called the 911.
There was some light haze when we pulled up.
And once everything was under control,
and we kept looking at each other.
Felicia noticed something she just couldn't ignore.
Oh, it's you. Like, I said, yeah, it's you too. He was like.
That moment of recognition took them both back.
So she was by herself.
To a day months ago.
I didn't know she had the means to change it or not, so we just lended her a hand.
When Lieutenant Hawley wasn't in uniform, but still answered a call for help by changing Felicia's tire.
Put the spare on, kind of give her some advice not to go too fast, get it changed out.
You don't meet people like that all the time.
After realizing how their paths had crossed before, the moment turned into something bigger. A photo captured what happened next.
It made me in tears. It made me in tears, yes.
The group standing together in prayer with firefighter Chris Snow right beside Felicia, offering a hug and a moment of comfort.
She called us her angels, and so I just felt compelled by the Holy Spirit to pray in the moment with her.
And they prayed over me and my family, my kids.
For Felicia and those firefighters, that prayer meant more than words could say.
Prayers to a special brother. He lost his newborn, and in a Facebook post, he put "Love like Susie Bell." That really helped motivate today's actions.
And Felicia, still holding on to her own loss, marking 5 years since her mom passed away.
They gave me hope. And you always want people to give you hope, no matter where we from or where we live, where we at, give you hope.
Sometimes it's not the fire itself that leaves the biggest mark.
Man, God is good.
It's who shows up to help.
He's good all the time. You just got to keep on pulling and keep on pushing.
And the faith that brings them together. Well, speaking of reunions, not every family gets to leave the hospital shortly after the birth of a child, but for families that have to spend time in the NICU, this extended stay can last for weeks, if not even months.
I wish I didn't know it, but I do. So parents, they find themselves relying on healthcare workers through the difficult journey. CBS 19's Will Riddell shows more about this journey that some must take and the connections that they form along the way.
Working in the neonatal intensive care unit, or NICU, registered nurse Gail Cassidy knows a thing or two about the miraculous.
You get to see a miracle almost every day.
Saturday, the Longview Regional Medical Center hosted its annual NICU reunion, bringing together former NICU patients and the healthcare workers who kept them breathing, all while the parents looked on.
When we try to tell them in a few years you're going to look back at this and just smile because the children are so resilient and strong.
Claire Dukes had her twins, Cameron and Parker, at just 31 weeks on May 20th. Each was born at 2 pounds and 12 ounces. The pair had to spend 44 days in the NICU.
I had a hard time just feeling like I couldn't do anything. Just the helplessness of it. I couldn't, hold them as much as I wanted to.
But throughout the hospital stay, caring and compassionate nurses like Cassidy and her co-workers provided.
They're just angels sent from heaven. They are so encouraging and kind, and reassuring.
Scarlett Weiss is the supervisor of the NICU at Longview Regional Medical Center. She herself needed extra care at birth, later hearing stories from her parents about how the nurses and doctors supported the entire family during that difficult time.
Just love on them. That's what we do every day. We just love on our babies and we love on our families.
We thought we weren't going to be able to have babies, and now we have double trouble.
Because the only thing better than one miracle is two. For CBS 19, I'm Will Riddell.
Oh, they are little miracles. Love that. Well, this morning, the 2025 Nobel Prize in Medicine has been awarded to 3 scientists. Their work focuses on how the body keeps the immune system from attacking itself, a discovery that could have major implications, that is, for treating autoimmune diseases.
Yeah, Mayor Bernko, Fred Ramsdale, and Shimon Sakaguchi will be honored later this year in Stockholm. The trio's research focuses on peripheral immune tolerance, showing how the immune system, of course, distinguishes between the healthy tissue and harmful invaders. Their work helps explain why the body sometimes go awry and opens doors to future medical breakthroughs. And this announcement kicks off the Nobel Week, which also includes prizes in physics, chemistry, literature, peace, and economics.
Let's hope I can get through this next story without sneezing again.
Bless you, Pineapple. Look at the sky, the lights, whatever you want to do.
Well, let's move over to some of our trending stories. A surprising turn in the Cardinals-Titans game, if you haven't seen this, had fans on the edge of their seats. Arizona's Amari DeMercado, did I say that right?
Oh, you said it perfectly.
All right, broke free for a 71-yard run for the fourth quarter, but he celebrated a little too early. I did see this. He ended up dropping the ball just before the goal line. You can't do that. That costly misstep kept the Cardinals from extending their lead, and the Titans stayed in the game. Without time running out, though, Tennessee drove down the field and kicked a game-winning field goal, taking the victory 22-21 as the clock hit 0. But had he kept that ball in his hand and not celebrated early, this would have been different.
Okay, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. This loss, people might get fired because of this now.
That's crazy.
Oh, 100%. Because guess what? Now the Cardinals are 2-3, right? They just came off. This is a devastating way to lose. I mean, it is devastating. The Titans were 0-4. You know, for lack of a better word, they were horrible, right? And now they beat Arizona. Arizona's now 2-3. They just blew a 21-6 lead. I mean, don't
Mental
be
mistake.
Yeah, 100%. And this is something that at the high school level,
yeah.
Oh man, I guarantee you, in Chapel Hill, someone does that, he ain't playing again. So
it wouldn't fly.
Oh no. So yeah, no, it's just insane. It's insane how small little moments in a game like football can have a ripple effect.
And he celebrated after that, not really realizing.
He was over here dancing, and they danced their way to an L. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
All right, we'll get ready for a big bite, bold bite of candy innovation. Nerds is back with its brand new treat that's bigger, juicier, and crunchier than ever before. Fans of the original gummy clusters are in for an even sweeter surprise this season.
Oh my
Check it
goodness.
out. Nerds Juicy Gummy Clusters candy just hit store shelves, doubling the size of a classic gummy cluster for an even more satisfying bite with all the crunch you want. Those Crunchy Nerds candies are coated with a chewy strawberry flavored gummy center that now packs a juicy punch. And of course, to sweeten the season, Nerds is also rolling out with a limited 2-time flavor for football fans. One is called Cherry Lemonade Blitz, and the other one is a Berry Punch Rush, available in, of course, many sizes. These are the new candies that are designed to deliver a bold flavor, but of course, they're just in stores for a limited time.
Do y'all like these?
I do. I like the sourness of it.
My mouth was sour the whole time, and
Yeah.
I love a Sour Patch Kid and a sour this and that.
Yeah.
For some reason, I just want my Nerds plain.
See, and I can't do that. I can't do the Nerds plain. It has to have the gummy cluster in it.
No, thank you. But they were real popular when I was a kid, Nerds, and we had them all the time. And I loved getting them for Halloween, the little box. You just down that whole thing.
Yeah.
Would you ever just do like one big thing, or like in bits?
No, like whenever I would get the one for Halloween, I'd throw back that whole little box.
Little
but
box?
it was a little box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a big fan growing up of the Nerds rope. I don't know if they still have the Nerds rope. Y'all know what the Nerds rope
My
is?
kids did. They didn't have them when
I
I
don't
was
think I've
young.
ever started them.
Joel, you look like a Nerds rope kind of guy. Did you eat the Nerds rope too?
You know what? I did not, actually.
Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
I did not.
I got to teach you some things, man. I put you on the spicy chicken biscuit. Now I got to teach you about the Nerds rope, man.
Have you tried the
I'm
clusters?
teachable. Yes, I have.
Do you like
those
them?
are pretty good, yes.
They're just
No,
they're too much for me.
They are. I mean, Halloween's just like, what, a couple weeks away now? What's like y'all's like go-to as a kid, like favorite Halloween candy? Like, oh my gosh, I wish they give this out, or like, I want this on my bag.
I liked Gobstoppers.
Gobstoppers?
They are not great for your teeth, but I did like those. And if we're going chocolate, I liked a Butterfinger.
Ooh, what
Oh,
about you?
I love me a Butterfinger. That's a good pull, Dana. You're on a heater today.
I had a very underrated, unpopular candy, but it was the Whoppers.
No, I don't love those.
I love them. Damien's giving me the eye.
Wah, wah.
I love the Whoppers.
I said Whoppers, man. Come on, man.
Or the Kit Kats. Those are my two favorites.
Yes.
He had you at Kit Kat.
Not at Whoppers. Not at Whoppers. I'll
Love
take
the
all the
Kit Kat.
Whoppers.
I would give those to my mom.
Those are good.
Yeah, I didn't
They're
like them.
underrated.
They're just okay. I had one and I'm good. All right. Well, there is a free-floating planet that's been packing on the pounds, that is. It's located in the Chameleon constellation, about 620 light years away from Earth.
That's pretty close, right?
Yeah,
Something
I
like
have
that.
no idea. According to a study published in the Astrophysical Journal Letters, the rogue planet has a mass at least 5 times that of Jupiter, and it's getting bigger by the second. Astronomers say the growth spurt shown by this planet is highly unusual and star-like. I mean, that's fascinating. It's estimated to be between 1 and 2 million years old, which is by astronomical standards pretty young, though.
So young and healthy
So
and growing.
that one's getting bigger, and Pluto is getting smaller in planetoid status now. Interesting.
Yeah, y'all know I'm scared of space, so this is just
Me
crazy.
Are you too. Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. I can only imagine being an astronaut. I've always thought as a kid, man, if I was an astronaut, I was on the moon. What if I just got sucked away into the universe?
Right?
Yeah, and I'd be cooked. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to watch no more football. I'd be done. You know?
Right.
So yeah, I've always been scared.
I think my small level of claustrophobia keeps me from space. That little unit, it's not big enough for me.
The only reason I
For me.
would want to go is just to float
Right.
and get that experience.
You could do the zero-G stuff with the airplanes out
You
there,
could.
too. If you want to feel like you're floating.
But I want to go to space.
We want to go to
That was
space.
always
It's not-
my dream as a kid. I was wanted
Not
to be an
I.
astronaut.
I was glad other people had that dream and not me.
No.
They don't need me. Great.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Well, as people get ready to head out, it is looking beautiful outside this morning, but it is a little sticky.
It is a little sticky. Yeah, we were talking about space. That's the exosphere. Let's stick with the troposphere for sure.
Sure.
as we
What
head
he
into
said.
Science rules.
There you go. Bill Nye, the science guy. Science rules. Love that. Yeah. So, in the conditions of the troposphere, aka what our weather conditions are like right now, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous look at Nacogdoches. Looking over the stadium of SFA, we got clear skies, lots of blue. I almost match it here with my suit and everything. It is blue out there, temperatures in the middle to upper 60s. We got 68 right now in Nacogdoches. Our cool spot right now in center at 62 degrees. We got 70 degrees in Hemp Hill. We also have 69 degrees in Jacksonville and Tyler this morning. And one thing that we're watching for really closely is that humidity starting to increase a little bit, especially going into this afternoon. We'll have a little bit of a chance for things to decrease slightly, but overall, as a whole, we got those increasing humidity values across the area, and we will definitely feel it, especially into this afternoon. Another thing we're watching for, and we've been watching for a little bit now, is we got 2 miles of visibility in Jacksonville. We're now down to 1 3/4 mile visibilities in Carthage. So we got some areas of dense fog in some spots, especially in Carthage and Jacksonville. We got some dwindling visibilities across Groveton, Crockett, and Palestine, but so far it kind of resembles kind of a light haze across the area. All that will burn off by the time we get to the rest of this morning. We'll have temperatures in the middle to upper 80s for this afternoon. We'll start to see some partly cloudy skies develop. And over the next 4 days, we are watching for our next chance of rain on Tuesday and potentially on Wednesday, although the better chance is going to be on Tuesday. That's going to be ahead of a cold front, and then once that moves through, we get temperatures in the low to mid 80s for just a little bit. I'll show you how long that'll be in your full forecast coming up after the break.
7:47, welcome back. A young girl who has spent most of her life in a wheelchair may soon take her first steps, and her journey is inspiring an outpouring community support.
And a fundraiser is also helping cover expensive stem cell treatments and therapy that could change her life, giving her the chance to walk for the first time in years. Reagan DeTrolio has her story.
Be able to walk again. What does that mean to you?
Well, to actually do it, I've been trying to accomplish it a long time. So it just makes me really happy.
12-and-a-half-year-old Ella Schaflitzel has almost always been confined to this wheelchair. Her mom, Ashley, says Ella was born extremely early and as a result diagnosed with cerebral palsy.
She's had a spinal surgery at Children's. She's had a hip surgery at Children's. She's had another hip surgery at Children's where they've actually worked on her hips to correct her hip dysplasia. She spends a lot of time in therapy.
And the stem cell transfusions Ella needs aren't cheap.
It costs, just for the procedure alone, is $15,000. And then you can get more than one, so our hope is to get more than one if she were to need it, and then get her the best therapies afterwards as well.
This local barbershop here in Wentzville heard about Ella's story online, and now, as you can see, they're helping her host this lemonade stand. Each cup sold can make a difference in Ella's life.
They're helping me get enough money so I can get a stem cell transplant, which could help me walk in 3 to 6 months.
What we do raise, we're going to put to the things she needs, whether it be another transfusion, whether it needs to be more therapy. At some point, we'll probably need to get her new medical equipment. She is in a wheelchair right now, but she might. My hope is she'll get to move on to canes and then hopefully nothing at all.
Ella's family says their community has been a tremendous help throughout this tiring medical journey.
I know people are supporting me even if I don't know them.
Love to see that support. That is really great. All right, I hope you're having a great morning so far. Let's get into your forecast for today. Low pressure is what we're watching for on top of a cold front further to the north. This is slowly drifting its way further to the north. We'll have some more moisture as a result, plus some rain chances especially going into tomorrow thanks to this cold front right here. That'll slowly drift its way all the way over to East Texas as we move into tomorrow. We'll have some cooler temperatures on the other side, plus some much drier air for the rest of this week. For today, temperatures in the middle to upper 80s, between 87 and 89, potentially near 90 degrees across deep East Texas. Most of us just dealing with a mix of clouds and sun. Most of us will be pretty dry. Can't rule out maybe a couple of showers for today, but again, the better chance of rain will arrive for tomorrow afternoon. And all the air, all the moisture coming in from the north. We got some showers and thunderstorms beginning to develop, and that's also ahead of a cold front as well. So we'll have a little bit of extra forcing from that cold front to get a little bit more widespread of a rain chance for tomorrow. Things will start to fall apart as we move into 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and we'll really start to see that activity wane into the overnight hours. And then once that cold front passes, we are in for some much more refreshing air. We got lower humidity going into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even into Saturday, but those temperatures on the other hand will be warming back up. So things are going to be pretty comfortable in the meantime, but we got a ridge of high pressure taking over the forecast for this weekend. Here's what it all looks like in your 7-day forecast. So 30% chance of rain. That's our highest chance for rain. That's going to be on Tuesday. We'll be up to 89 degrees. And then after that cold front passes through, we'll be down to 86 degrees, potentially near 84 for Thursday and Friday. And then that ridge of high pressure comes back into the area. We'll see temperatures rebound into the middle to upper 80s by your Saturday and your Sunday.
Let's get back to our question of the day this morning to make you hungry, as we like to do here on Morning Y'all. It is National Noodle Day, so what is your favorite noodle dish? If you could just have just one noodle dish for the rest of your days, what would it be? That might make it different.
Damien mentioned it earlier, but fideo for sure. It gives it that nostalgia from back home.
Okay.
Yeah, you put a little avocado in there, you put a little bit of cheese, you put a little bit of chile in there.
Oh, you go all
then
out.
You put a little bit of beans on the bottom of the bowl, then you put the fideo on.
Yeah,
he goes all out. I just had it simple.
So where could I get that? I kind of want to try it. Yeah.
Like any store?
You wouldn't,
Walmart?
Like from a restaurant, I'm not sure, but from a store, they literally comes in a yellow box, literally says fideo on it.
Really?
And then,
okay.
And
it's
then,
like a tomato-based soup, and you just put the noodles in.
Yeah.
It's basically all it is.
That's pretty good.
So one of y'all's going to make it for us, right?
I might. I might. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad.
He makes it fancier.
Yeah, put a little bit of ground beef. My mom put some ground beef and potatoes in it too. And so, like I said, this is very, 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 very good. It's in my opinion, it's a gourmet meal. You know, but also another food I like. I haven't had it often, but every time I've had it, it's been great. Is like a pad thai. Like,
So good.
Oh yeah,
We were talking about that a little bit ago. I
Mm.
make like a healthy kind of pad thai, and it is so good. I was talking about that was like the clear noodles. What are they called? They're rice noodles.
Yeah, very, very good.
So good.
I think Asian food in general has the noodles on lock. I'm not gonna lie. Asian food in general, it don't matter what it is. I'm a big chow mein guy. Yeah. You know, my
What about lo mein?
My man.
Oh, I'm good lo mein, any man. You know what I'm saying?
My man.
And T-Pain lo mein, any man. I'm good to go on it, man. I'm a big.
Poor rhyming like Dr. Seuss today.
Big noodle guy over here. I'll tell you.
What's your one noodle? Oh, you said it was fideo.
Fideo, yes.
Yours?
Man, it's got to be chicken Alfredo with maybe some broccoli in it too. I like specifically it's interesting, I like the one from Applebee's.
Okay.
The broccoli chicken Alfredo.
Okay.
It's
Very
really good. That's like my
Okay.
main thing I get at Applebee's. And I get it almost every time.
Hole in the wall type of meals from out there.
I liked chicken Alfredo from Olive Garden growing up.
That's pretty good too.
So very
And sometimes,
much.
you know, I'm not a huge seafood guy, but sometimes I will put some shrimp in it.
Okay.
And that's
Shrimp is
pretty
good.
good. I like that.
I also like ravioli too.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But I like mine to
So
have
good.
mushroom in it, not meat.
Oh
Yes.
man, that's a tough one. That's that you finally missed, Dana. You were on a
Sorry, I
hot
was on a
seat.
roll until
You
I
were
said
on a
mushroom.
heater, man.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That Applebee's order might make our guy Brad Nation proud. You know what I mean?
Really?
Brad Nation's a big Applebee's kind of guy.
Oh, I
so,
love Applebee's.
Yeah.
So good.
So is Steve. He's a big Applebee's guy, our assignment
Okay,
manager.
okay.
You'll find them there almost every weekend.
I haven't been in a minute.
I can't remember the last time I've been either.
Not
It's been a
against
hot
it.
minute. All right.
All right, well, we're about to step away for a moment while we break into our over-the-air broadcast with the news update for you.
We'll be right back here on CBS 19 Plus. Stay with us.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. Thank you so much for joining us for this news update. Well, this morning we're still waiting to learn more about a water outage in parts of South Tyler.
People in that area who are Southern Utilities customers are frustrated and say they still haven't gotten clear answers from their provider. Multiple customers tell us that the outage began Friday. And to make matters worse, they haven't been able to get through to Southern Utilities business office to find out what's going on or when water services might be restored. The issue is impacting people in parts of South Tyler, including Diana Blazer, who says brown water started coming out of her pipes Saturday. Diana and her neighbors say they just want information and some clarity on when services will return to normal. Blazer has been a Southern Utilities customer for more than a decade.
So I was very upset, and I said, this is just really poor customer service. I mean, I'm not the queen of Bedingfield Avenue, you know, like I know things happen, water mains break, pipes break, but just let us know and let us know when we can expect it back.
Now, we reached out to Southern Utilities and received an automated message directing us to call back during normal business hours today. At this time, it's still unclear when water services will be fully restored to those affected areas. We'll keep following this story and bring you updates as soon as we learn more.
Well, 2 people are now in custody after a cold case sat unsolved for 2 years. Investigators say new evidence led to those arrests. Officers say Glenn Banning and Jeremy Waltrap have been accused of trafficking members of their own family. According to investigators, multiple outcries from victims and witnesses pointed to their involvement. The San Jacinto County Sheriff's Office says detectives reopened the case after receiving new information from the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. And the complaints included allegations of sexual misconduct and possible prostitution taking place in San Jacinto County. Banning is also facing additional drug-related charges, and he's currently in the Anderson County Jail on bonds totaling more than $1 million.
All right, let's get a check of your weather now. Looks gorgeous outside, Joel.
Oh, it sure does, and that's going to continue all through the rest of today. We'll have high temperatures still above average in the middle to upper 80s, probably close to 90 across deep East Texas, and we'll have a little bit of cloud cover to deal with for today, but most of us should be dealing with pretty dry conditions. It won't be until tomorrow that we'll start to see a little bit more in the way of rain showers and thunderstorms. This is all ahead of a cold front combined with the moisture that we're seeing for today. So a lot of us will have that chance to see some showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow. Things should start to die down as we head into sunset. We lose all the heat from the day. We should be in for a clear overnight into Tuesday, into Wednesday. And on top of that cold front, we also have so much drier, much more pleasant air going into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We got comfortable conditions, borderline pleasant conditions as we move into this weekend. Should be a pretty nice weekend to get outside and just enjoy the weather. It's going to be a little bit on the toasty side, of course. We got temperatures across the area during the midweek, I should say, in the low to mid 80s, but then we got some warmer temperatures in store for this weekend as a ridge of high pressure takes control of the forecast.
Before we go this morning, frustration growing as Southern Utilities customers say they've been without water for more than a day, and they're not getting the answers they deserve, they say. Neighbors tell us that the outage has lasted over 24 hours, and when they try to reach Southern Utilities, the calls go unanswered. One customer says brown water started coming out of her pipes. Residents say they just want to know when service will be restored.
And the government shutdown is now stretching into its 6th day with no clear end in sight. Senate lawmakers are expected to vote again on a plan to reopen the government, but both parties remain at odds over health care spending. A new CBS News poll shows most Americans are worried the shutdown could hurt the economy and disapprove of how Washington is handling it.
Well, here's one more look at your 7-day forecast before you head out this morning. Temperatures still going to be around the same as what we saw over the past weekend. Only thing that's going to be changing is that humidity. There will be a little bit of discomfort going into this afternoon. We'll see temperatures around 87 up to 89 for tomorrow. Isolated thunderstorms will be a likely possibility. Only about a 30% chance, but definitely a better chance than today. Some of that could linger into Wednesday, although I do think the much drier air from that cold front will be moving in, and we'll see much drier conditions all the way through the rest of this week, especially Thursday into Friday. And then we are watching for a ridge of high pressure to take control over the forecast on Saturday and Sunday, with temperatures rebounding back into the middle to upper 80s for your weekend.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. All right, check this out. Hong Kong is celebrating the Mid-Autumn Festival with the Tai Hang Fire Dragon Dance. Now, this is a tradition that's been going on for more than 140 years. And the 67-meter dragon, which you see there, made up of 10,000 burning incense sticks, is secured by 300 performers to honor the town's triumph over the 1880s plague. And people got together to watch this in the city that is. And lanterns and decorations lit up the tree, or lit up the Li Tang street, that is, giving locals and visitors a colorful harvest celebration. I would be scared to get burned by that if someone drops it.
That is so cool.
It's pretty
It's
neat,
very
though.
cool.
I was wondering how
very
they were
cool.
letting that burn, but it's little incense
sticks,
so
yeah.
that lasts for a while, I guess.
Yeah, that is amazing. It seems like that's something that you got to see. Like, you got to go travel.
You have to
Right.
actually see it.
You
It
know what
probably
I'm
is more fantastic in
Yeah,
person.
yeah. I like all those festivals though. Like, I know in Brazil they have an awesome one. Not for this, but just like they have awesome.
Carnival?
Yeah, Carnival.
Yeah.
I believe in China has some. Hong Kong obviously has some. But yeah, man, I think that stuff's pretty dope.
Yeah.
A good way to see culture in that country.
Culture is
Absolutely.
cool.
It is. All right. Well, thanks so much.
No,
Go. All right.
go
Well, thanks so
on.
much for continuing your day with us here on Morning Y'all. Make sure to catch the noon show coming up later on CBS 19 and, of course, on CBS 19 Plus.
Keep it here. We've got the latest news and weather throughout the day streaming here. We hope you have a good morning.